Motorsports fans to the Davies County Fairgrounds in Owensboro, Kentucky, and our coverage of the Bluegrass Pulling Classic presented by Torco Fuels. This is another one of the Lucas Oil Professional Pulling League editions. This week we're featuring the ProMod 4x4 trucks. Hello again, everyone. I'm Ted Jones. Joining me in the booth will be Rick Carlson. Doc Riley and Lisa Tatum will bring us up to date at the finish line and in the pit area. But first of all, Rick, let's talk about these four-wheel drive trucks. Just what are they and what are their rules?
Four-wheel drive trucks, you'll see that they have some chassis modifications. They have redone the bodies. There, in some cases, we have fiberglass. There are no cubic inch limits. As big as they can build it, they can pull it that way.
Now, the pulling, though, depends on the condition of the track. And we talked to Lisa Tatum a little earlier about that subject.
Thanks, Ted. Now, I can't speak for the rest of the class, but my dad and I have always loved the track here at Owensboro, Kentucky, and not because it's my home state either. Who would have thought that this time last night there were 4 inches of water standing here where we're at? The track crew has been diligently working all day to open the track up and pack it back down so that we could have a good, powerful surface for tonight. Now, one problem this track has always had is that it dries out early. So the pullers with the earlier numbers and the earlier classes may be at a disadvantage because when the sun goes down, the dew comes up, and this track sure comes in.
All right, Lisa, thank you very much. As you can see, a capacity crowd on hand for this event. We'll get things started right away with Aaron Mobley and the Mad Dog.
He is from Harrodsburg, Kentucky. Winner earlier at Salem Speedway to kick off this year. Strong truck. Let's see what that really muddy course does to him with all that rain they've had.
You can see the mud coming off of the tires, all 4 wheels pulling away right there. Wow, good run as he gets down track. Will he make it to 300 feet and finally stalls out? Not quite. 296.47 feet, but that's a pretty good pull, Rick.
That is going to be tough. We're going to have to watch the Torco Fuel replay from the sled cam and watch the mud coming up around there. That 296, I don't know if anybody can go any better than that. The track may change as the night goes through.
Well, coming up next will be Eddie Allen, believe it or not, out of Knoxville, Tennessee with the Dodge truck.
One of 3 team trucks from Tennessee. Let's see what the Dodge is going to do. We saw Aaron Mobley go right down the course. I think that we're going to have to watch again the tires. Can they stay straight? Is everybody going to be able to hook up? How is the track going to hold up throughout the night with that previous rain?
Well, you know, sometimes on mud, things can get just a little bit slick, and you see him just dancing around there a little bit, stalls out at 286.47 feet. So Aaron Mobley, at this point in time, is pretty comfortable. And right now, the backdraft of Bill Keir will back up, and they call this hooking. You see right there, that's what's going to pull about 60,000 pounds of weight. They have a backup right now that he's hooking that's a disconnect. That's like a kill switch. If you pull that, automatically it will shut down the truck.
Backdraft, the second team truck for the volunteer state. He's going to have to get the RPM up, a little bit of puff of smoke coming out of the engine compartment. And I don't think he's going to pick up the same speed that anybody else did.
Yeah, we had smoke from, looked like right there maybe where the headers right below the valve covers hook up. I don't know what's going on there, but he won't get the job done at 286.45. So Alan McClain will come up with the Renegade.
The Versailles, Kentucky-based machine, unpainted, new truck. Oh, he bobbled a little bit there at the start. I don't know if that's going to affect the pass. And he's also bouncing quite a bit, Ted.
He is, but you can see those front tires digging in. You see the rooster tail coming off of those. You want to see 4 rooster tails if you're going to do any good in this sport in the 4x4 category. McClain, 288.99 feet. Here comes our first lady puller. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Debbie Sebastian.
Debbie Sebastian, Lancaster, Kentucky, driving Night Train. And this is one good-looking machine. Debbie, an experienced driver. Now let's see what she can do compared to the earlier pullers.
She just nurses it off the line very gently, does not open the throttle up till she gets out about 100 feet. Now she lets it go hard and fast, having to steer correct just a little bit, finally stalls out. Oh, close. 290.47 feet. That is good for second place. Let's take another look with the Torco Fuels replay.
You can see the tires spinning a little bit of mud, but as that sled puts the weight, all of a sudden it digs in, and there she goes.
Let's check in with Doc Riley.
Hey, Debbie, great pass right there. Tell me about this track for four-wheel drive pulls.
Well, to be honest with you, it takes spells. With the rain we had last night, I think it really helped improve the track this year. We've made some major changes to the K&N four-wheel drive truck here. Got Torco fuel in there tonight, and we think we figured a few bugs out over the last couple weeks. We're happy with our run, but there's 15 more trucks to go.
The Lucas Oil Professional Pulling League is brought to you by Lucas Oil Products, the world leader in heavy-duty and high-performance lubricants, and by K&N, the world's best air filter. It's back at the Bluegrass Pulling Classic in Owensboro, Kentucky. Ted Jones, Rick Carlson, Mike Side as we continue with our 4x4 category. Coming up next will be Junior Brown, the Bad Addiction truck.
Another one of the Tennessee racers, the early model Chevy machine. Look at the header, some carburetors, the intake manifold. Junior Brown taking off very easily, just kind of moving slowly into the throttle.
Notice how he moves that front bumper that's a weight bar, folks, forward to get as much weight out there as he can, trying to counterbalance all the weight that's coming down on that rear axle as the sled gets pulled down track. 281 feet will not get the job done at all for Junior Brown, so Danny Hunter will take a shot at it.
Danny Hunter in the Night Rider from Salem, Kentucky. I think he's going to have to go straight down the pulling course. We've seen them move too much to get to that 300-foot mark.
Correcting just a little bit on the steering right there. You can see him moving around just a little bit. Wow, that ended abruptly. 285.78 feet. He just backed off the throttle instantly right there as we look at Randy Nelson. This is called the Family Affair.
Jacksonville, Illinois-based Randy Nelson, Family Affair, white with those little tiny flames up front. I hope they're going to help because he has a long way to go to catch Aaron Mobley, our current leader.
Well, remember, the number is 296.47 that Mobley has. Boy, down course, a lot of smoke from the truck. Good for second place, 294.40 feet. He evidently figured something out, or the track's starting to dry out. We've got more traction. Time now for the Lucas Oil Innovation and Engineering Award winner. Here's Doc Riley.
Commander Hemi, one top running Ford. And first question, because I know people right now are saying, a Hemi in a Ford truck?
Yes, this is the early style Hemi that was produced by Alan Root and Nick Arias in the late 70s, and we've revived the head. We redesigned the intake ports for Walt Austin, and we wanted to see if it'll work on a naturally aspirated engine, and so we're doing some experimenting here, but it seems to be working okay.
Seems to be working okay. You're up there near the top of the points chase, man.
Well, we kind of had a lucky hook at Salem in a way, but we're hoping for a good result here tonight.
Well, we'll see what happens. Meanwhile, the radical of Steve Clem is on the line.
From Versailles, Kentucky, Steve Clem, one of the veterans and one of the toughest pullers you're going to find. Like a rock, well, he'll pull that way, and this looks straight, and it looks like he's going to go a long way.
Boy, he's got her up there drifting right along that out-of-bounds marker, though. Takes the lead, 299.49 feet, only a half foot short of a full pull. We got to look at that one again, Rick.
That's it, the Torco Fuels replay. And you look at him, he's not moving much. He is going like he's on a mission right down his lane till the end when all the weight's set up. But, wow, good pull.
Now, coming up next, our Innovation Award winner. Here comes Dave Bamber, the Bamber Hemi.
Bolivar, Missouri is the home for Dave Bamber, and we'll see what he's going to do with this early style Hemi. Trying to convert to naturally aspirated. We know what it does with superchargers. We're going to find out what the Hemi-powered Ford can do. There goes Bamber. He's looking good. Not much dirt being thrown up yet.
Beautiful Ford, by the way. I like the flames on the front right there. 285.71 feet. So we're about halfway through the class. We'll take a break. More when we return to Davis County Fairgrounds. Welcome back to the Bluegrass Pulling Classic from the Davis Fairgrounds in Owensboro, Kentucky. We're right in the middle of the class right now. Take a look with our leaderboard.
Steve Clem up there at 299 feet, 3 feet on Aaron Mobley, Nelson, Sebastian behind him. Nobody's gone over 300 feet yet tonight, Ted.
Well, maybe Brad Hunter can do it with my little mule, he calls it.
Well, the back end looks like that sled is already pulling him down, and he's slowing early in the run.
Thing almost looks like it has an altered wheelbase. Beautiful artwork on the side of this Ford truck, by the way. 289.88 feet will not do the job. It's going to take a full pull to take the lead. You realize that?
Oh, yeah, it has to be 300 feet minimum to get the lead. If not, it's going to stay right where it is with Steve Clem.
Well, gobble, gobble, here comes Lean Meat Machine, Larry Smith. Why that? He has a turkey farm.
That's where he has to get that coming in. The Lean Meat Machine from Holland, Michigan. Here comes Larry Smith. He was doing well early, but now he's starting to move around the track a little bit as the sled gets heavy.
289.83 feet, not good enough. Here comes the king of the engine builder. Look at the size of that big baby in there, Tom Tremolian.
That is the truck called Spellbound, Bologna, Indiana. The engine builder out here. His daughter's going to complete later on, but Spellbound, this is one of the toughest trucks in the class.
He just kind of feathers it off the line right there. Still not full throttle. Now finally he opens it up. Boy, he is on a pass. No tire spin. Now a little bit of rooster tail. Pulling. Full pull.
303.12 feet. New leader by over 3.5 feet. Let's watch the Torco Fuels replay. I don't think that on the sled cam we're going to see a single thing wrong with this pull.
No, this is the way you want to do it. Take a look. Notice the weight box, too, as it moves down right there at the bottom of your screen. About 60,000 pounds of weight right there, moving in that weight box, putting it all on that rear axle, and he's still dragging it. Well, he was on his way all the way up to Chicago.
Tell you what, there's an awful lot of people that have gone before you. Do you think that can hold?
Boy, I don't know. It really felt like a good run. I don't think I could go back there and drive the truck any better. It was smooth. It didn't spin the wheels out from under it. It stayed in it. I laid over on it, and that 813 inches, it come to life, and you've seen what it done. So I don't know. I'm going to try and get Leanne out the end here. I hope so. She can drive the truck, and maybe me and her can be in a pull-off.
Boy, talk about mountain motors. 813 cubic inches. Now here's Jim Bosch, the Midnight Raider.
West Olive, Michigan, his home past champion. He's going to have to see what he can do. It's just your basic blue paint job, but goodness, does it sound good. A little bit of smoke we see at the beginning of the run. He has to do just like Tremolian. He has to stay straight, and he's not doing it. He has to steer the truck.
He does, drifting around back and forth. Wow, 296.59 feet, though, not bad. These guys are all flirting with that 300-foot mark. David Mills, the War Wagon, will take a shot at it.
David Mills, Tennessee, early in the year, the runner-up at Salem Speedway. The War Wagon, nice and bright. Now this one is starting to throw mud early. I don't know if it's going to affect it, but I don't know if he can go 300 this time.
Nope, stalls out. You see that body shaking right there on the chassis. 290.12 feet for David Mills. So Tommy Tremolian will maintain the lead. We'll take a break. We come back. The rest of the 4x4s. Stay with us.
Awesome.
We're back in Owensboro, Kentucky to conclude this week's edition, covering the Bluegrass Pulling Series as a part of the Lucas Oil Professional Pulling League. And is being brought to you by Lucas Oil Products, the world leader in heavy-duty and high-performance lubricants. And by K&N, the world's best air filter. Now, Tommy Tremolian has the lead at 303 feet, but take a look right here at the Dixie Chopper sponsored entry of Jake Zering.
Zering from Fillmore, Indiana, and just before we went on break, we saw the tailgate, and it says, "It's the horsepower, stupid." That's what it means, and that's what it takes for the Dixie Chopper truck to get down the pulling course, or the Dixie Chopper lawnmowers. A lot of smoke, but he looks like it's kind of straight down, moves a little bit.
Notice the weight box. It looks like the underneath side of a lawnmower deck. Stalls it out right there at 287.85 feet. Let's take another look at that and see what happened.
All right, as he comes off the line, smoke comes out, he goes to the right. Now they want to stay straight. He's starting to throw up some mud, and now he has to steer it a bit.
Here comes a Hoosier, Jason Jacks.
Jason Jacks driving the Wild Child. The Jacks family racing team, they always put on a good show, but right now, he has to take it all the way out the back door. He's going to get into it very easily and see if he can stay straight, throw up a little bit of dirt, and keep moving. Once the weight hits the back of that truck, it's getting close, but not going to do it.
Stalled it out at 286 feet. Nobody near Tommy Tremolian with that 303 feet. Meanwhile, we had another special award. Lisa Tatum tells us about that.
I'm here in the pits with Leanne Tremolian's Charmed four-wheel drive Chevrolet. And let me tell you, the paint job is just beautiful. It really stands out in a class of, gosh, sometimes 30 to 40 vehicles. Now, Leanne, tell me about the paint job. Did you pick out the scheme? Did you take care of all that?
Yeah, I went to the paint shop, picked out the colors, and told them kind of what I wanted the design to be, and they just kind of helped me with it.
Well, it really looks great. And the name is kind of interesting, Charmed. Where did you get that idea?
Well, me and my dad picked it out. His truck is named Spellbound, so we kind of got it off the show Charmed, and so it's kind of all about magic.
All about the magic theme. Let's hope she has some luck tonight. Coming from a fellow driver, let's hope this girl puts the boys on the porch.
All right, we'll find out about that. Standing by is her dad, and with him, Doc Riley.
She can drive the truck. Now, are there many differences engine-wise between your ride and her ride?
Right now, she's running a little smaller motor, 650. She likes it really well, better than the big motor. She says she can feel the motor. Horsepower-wise, they're about the same. My big motor, of course, makes a ton of torque, and it muscled it down through there.
You love the torque, don't you?
Oh, torque's fun when you got a track to put it on. And here at Owensboro tonight, this Lucas Oil Championship pool, it's a good track.
I got a good question here. I'm sure Leanne wonders, why does Daddy get the big engine?
Because it's Daddy's truck.
Oh, that's a good answer right there. Beautiful truck, by the way, the Charm. Leanne, an excellent driver.
Leanne doing a good job. I don't know if she's going to have enough to get it to that 300-foot mark.
291.95 feet, not bad for 650 cubic inches. John Stick right now will be up next from Morocco, Indiana.
Stick driving the truck called, well, Stick It. And just like we've seen, starting out easy, now going to get all the way into the throttle. But you look at him and he's steering it, and I think he's in trouble.
Boy, beautiful truck. Look at the paint scheme, the graphics down the side of that truck. 295.56 feet. Let's take another look at it.
And this is where we'll see when I talked about him steering the truck. Watch those front tires, right to left, trying to find a spot in the track where it's going to hook up, and he never really did.
So the last puller coming up will be Ken Samet.
Illinois Thunder, Hopperston, Illinois. It's a neat-looking truck when you see the graphics on the side of it. His job, very simple. 303.13 feet. That's what he has to pull if he's going to take over the lead.
Well, once again, nursing it off the line there. Now, finally, he starts to give it full throttle. Let's see if he's got enough. There come the four rooster tails. Doesn't have to correct the steering very much, but remember, he needs horsepower, too. Not quite enough. Doc Riley is with our winner, Tommy Tremolian.
Well, you know, when I talked to you a little bit ago, you still had a little concern that there may be somebody waiting back in the weeds for you, but you pulled it off. Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much. You know, as they say, it's not over till the fat lady sings. And like I talked a while ago, every truck in this class is a top-notch truck, and anyone could win it. And fortunately, we prevailed tonight.
What do you think won it for you?
I believe tonight, I guess my driving. I don't want to brag on myself.
Go ahead, man. You're a winner.
But the truck rolled out really smooth with that big torque motor. The problem with it is to get it to leave smooth. When it leaves smooth, it's a bad dude. Most of the time, it'll either jump or spin the tires, but the track was great. It left smooth, and in the middle of the track, it was fast.
Hey, and the little lady next to you, a top 10 finish.
Yeah, we just need a little more muscle under her truck, but yeah, she made a real good pull tonight, and I'm real proud of my daughter.
You should be proud of her. She's done, since she's been in this class, she's gone by leaps and bounds. And hey, nice job tonight. What do you think about this guy taking home the victory?
Thanks. I'm really proud of him. He's did a good job. He's been having trouble getting it to not bounce and spin the wheels, but he did real good tonight.
You laid on a pass like that. That's great. You know, you got a lot of people. These guys over here helping you out and everything else. You got to brag on them a little bit too.
Oh yeah. When you said what win it, well, these two guys over here won it because with two trucks and the way they run up here, two shows. Josh and Mark here, they was lining the trucks up for us, moving weights and keeping stuff in line, and we couldn't do it without them.
Give her the big motor, Tommy.
Tommy Tremolian, your winner, followed by Steve Clem, Jim Bosch, Aaron Mobley, and John Stick. And you can see only one of them over 300. That's what it took tonight to pick up the win.
Let's take a look now at the Lucas Oil Champions Tour points. Steve Clem in the lead right there.
Jim Bosch behind him. Leanne ahead of her dad. Dad sneaks up in the 4th spot, but Steve Clem, 6-point lead over Bosch.
If you'd like more information on the Lucas Oil Professional Pulling Series, check out any of these websites. Now we have one more special award that's going to be coming up, and that is the General Tire Near Perfect Pull. It's not a perfect pull, it's near perfect.
Jim Bosch, the Midnight Raider, West Olive, Michigan, 296.59 feet, finished in 3rd place. But it is a good pull, not quite perfect. That's the near perfect. He looks straight. Now he starts to move a little bit. You can see the sled kind of going back and forth following him, but it wasn't perfect, but by golly, near perfect.
So he ends up with the General Tire Near Perfect Award for this week's program. .com.